Welcome to the Marvelous Moms Club podcast, where you'll be not only allowed, but encouraged to dream big dreams and imagine the very best future for yourself and your family. Throw away expectations and perfection and embrace the messy beauty of what it means to be a marvelous mom. I'm your host, Kirsten Tyrell, and I can't wait to help you discover what makes you marvelous. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's 5-Minute Friday episode. It's me, Kirsten, and I want to chat with you guys all about getting back to business today. I talked in length about this over on my other podcast, the Kirsten Tyrell podcast. Yes, if you didn't know that existed, it does. But I have some news for you at the end of this episode, which will relate to all the things, so stay tuned for that. But I chatted in length with my good friend Michelle Gifford about a really great thing that's coming up right now, August 2019. I almost said October. What? No, it's August 2019. So if you're listening to this in the future, hello, how are you? What is it like? But if you guys are listening to this in real time, which most of you guys do, you'll know this has not happened yet. You can register for a free online summit. Free meaning literally free. Online meaning from the comfort of your house, in your pajamas with your chocolate pudding and Oreo cookies. And what? Are you going to judge that happens to be my weekend treat of choice? You know the Cozy Shack chocolate pudding? This is not sponsored, but it should be, because Cozy Shack, I'd be happy to promote your pudding. It's so dang good. And I bought myself a little container of chocolate pudding and a package of Oreos because I just wanted to. I went to the grocery store to buy milk, and those were my extra little goodies that I came out of the store with. But anyway, back to business, literally and figuratively on this podcast. There's a lot of people who listen to this show who feel inclined to start something, who would like to make extra money, who want to pay for the dance lessons, the soccer team, all the different things. What is that? Soccer? It's not soccer class. I have boys, baseball, like leagues, whatever. You know, you want to pay for all the bonuses for your kids. You want to pay for something for yourself. You want to get your nails done once a month. You want to get a massage. And you just want a little bit of extra coming in. Or maybe you already run a business. A lot of people here do already run a business, and they just know there's a benefit in constantly learning. Michelle Gifford, a really, really good friend of the Marvelous Moms podcast, has created the free Back to Business Summit. There are 17 female entrepreneurs, including Michelle, who are coming on to share business tips from their actual businesses. What does that mean? It means instead of you hearing from somebody whose literal job is just to be like a public speaker about business. These are people who don't even necessarily go teach about their business. They're not professional teachers and speakers, but they're in the throes right now of their businesses. They're growing physical products, digital products, all kinds of varying degrees of business, and they're coming to give you their hottest tips and tricks for free. So my little plug today on this 5-Minute Friday is come to this, and let me just give you my testimony of this. And by the way, I'm doing an amazing class on podcasting. And before I lose you, before you're like, man, I don't want to start a podcast. First of all, why? You want to start a podcast. Seriously, it's been the one thing that's led me to all my other business endeavors is having a podcast, which is why I'm so passionately sharing about it. And even if you don't want to start your own, I'm going to be sharing how you can leverage the podcasting platform to build your business even bigger or just get your business started. So if you guys don't know, that's part of my story. Marvelous Moms Club was literally the beginning of my business journey as an entrepreneur, and it's led to so many wonderful things, relationships, network. But here's my plug for this on why you should come. Even if you're not convinced that you're ready right now to start a business, this is a free opportunity to come and get exposure, to hear from people who have made it work, right? These are moms. These are moms who are building businesses while they are raising children. This isn't just a bunch of men who have never stayed home with babies all day. This is not women who have built their businesses and then had children. These are a lot of women who have been doing it at the same time. So this is literally, if you're listening to this podcast, these are your people to come and learn from. These are your ideal teachers to help you to create something. Now, I'm a big proponent of creation. I believe we were all put here to create. I believe as moms, we are literally the ultimate creators. Even if we don't bear our children from our own wombs, we create so much in this life. We create rich experiences. We create memories. We are creators. And you have an opportunity here to see if something sparks that inspiration for what you could potentially create. And before you talk yourself out of this, before you're like, And guys, I know you're not like, Kirsten, we get it. It's a free summit. We'll go register. What's the big deal? I'm not just trying to convince you to come to the summit, although you should. I'm trying to tell you that I hear enough from women. They feel a pull. They feel called and they don't know what it means. And they're terrified because they're like, but I literally don't know how to do anything. I have been lately coaching some incredible women who are masterful in their space and they can't even see it in themselves. They don't see that they already have experience and knowledge beyond comprehension that I would pay money to have from them. Whether it's a product that they could create because they know how to create it, they've experienced and used multiple products like this, they know exactly how to create it, or they have a skill that they could teach me and it's going to save me time and it's going to save me money and it's going to save me the question of what if, right? Like if you have something that you feel, even if you don't know the something, if you just feel that call, there's a huge chance, actually it's without a doubt true, that there are people out there right now who need what you specifically have to offer. Can you imagine? Everybody gets in this scarcity mentality, right? Where they're like, oh, it's already been done. Everybody's already doing that. Somebody's done that. Oh, I wish I would have been the first one to think about that. What you need to understand first and foremost and above all else is that nobody has created what you will create. Right? You have to, sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. You got to copy some strategies and what some people are doing because you're like, oh, I could totally start with something like that. But what you can never anticipate is the evolution of how creative and powerful you will become once you just take action and you show the universe and yourself that you're willing to do. And doing an action is always met with more opportunity. So that is my business testimony to you. It makes me sad how many women are like, I know being a mom is noble and I know it's a great thing to do, but I would really love to bring in some income. I really want more for our family. But they immediately convince themselves that they're not enough, they can't do enough, they're not smart enough, whatever. And I refuse to accept that as truth, and I want to help you to find a way. So if the first step is coming and attending this Back to Business Summit happening at the end of August, you guys can go to backtobusinesssummit.com to register for free, then let that be your first step, your first toe in the water. If you already have a running business and you want to make it bigger, you want to learn how to take this is Michelle's tagline, you're taking your side hustle and turning it into a big girl business. This is for you. You guys, this is an amazing space to hang out. So that's my 5-Minute Friday for y'all today. I never know if these are 5 minutes because as I'm recording, I can't see. I should look at the time before I started. I used to. I didn't this time. But anyway, you guys, regardless of the length, I hope you found value from this. I hope you feel inspired. I hope you will do something today that will move you closer to your goal, because all it is a collection of day after day after day that gets you to the big, majestic result. So have a marvelous day. Oh, by the way, yeah, the announcement. I said stay tuned till the end. Maybe this is speaking too soon. I've done this before. And nothing is like forever, right? Like you can always go back. You can always change. That's something I've learned for sure over the years. But I'm launching, I feel like I'm always launching something new. You guys, I'm launching kind of the ultimate thing that is going to bring so much joy to my family. It's kind of the culmination of all these little back roads of figuring out this avenue and this avenue, and now it's all come together into the central place. So with that being said, the chances are Kirsten Tyrell podcast, Marvelous Moms podcast are going to slowly come to a temporary, if not permanent, end. The beautiful thing is there are over 200 episodes of Marvelous Moms Club, so people will always be able to come in and listen and learn and grow, but I'm starting something fantastic and new, and I'm not ready yet to tell you the name of it, but it's going to launch soon, and you guys, I promise if you've loved this podcast, you're going to love this one even more. I kind of told somebody that I was bringing Marvelous Moms Club to an end, and she was like, you can't do that. It's the best podcast. And I'm like, well, if you love it, you're going to love this one more. I promise you it's going to have all the beautiful elements of this podcast, great interviews, great guests, great messages, but in a very different but more special way. Special to me and hopefully special to you. So thank you for listening to today's episode. Again, you guys are freaking awesome, and I'm so grateful that you've been a part of this community. Stay tuned. We still have lots more episodes to come before this ever comes to an air quotes end. We have lots of amazing women to share with you over the next couple of months. So tune in, stay tuned, subscribe, share this episode, let your friends know if they need a little pick-me-up that they can go hang out with me on a 5-Minute Friday. All right, ladies, have a marvelous day, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Are you looking for a fun activity, some inspiration for your homeschool journey, some travel ideas, or anything under the sun that might pertain to motherhood? Make sure you've checked out all the new amazing content on marvelousmomsclub.com. It's become an amazing collaborative community full of so many messages from moms from all around the world. So if you're looking for something that strikes your fancy, inspires you, teaches you, or just lifts you up when you're feeling down, go check out marvelousmomsclub.com today.